The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
You are looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, where it is 91 degrees. It feels like 97. The high today is 93. The low tonight is 73. Shannon Gross, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, Nate Newton, and we are the People Show, hanging with the boys. And we got some football this weekend. Thanks, Jess, for filling in for me yesterday while I was out. I appreciate that.
No problem.
You do an excellent.
Problem.
Yeah, try putting the mic in front of your face.
It's a start.
It's a start. You do a great job when I'm gone. So
Thank you, man. I just want to always be able to hold it down for the team
you're good.
in your absence.
Thanks, appreciate that, Kurt.
See, and that's what about the great teams. The great teams. I remember we had, Troy Aikman, then we had Rodney P., we had Jason Garrett, we had what's the great Notre Dame quarterback? Burline. We had great guys that could come in and give us a game, and it could be a victory. Yeah, Bernie Kosar, we wasn't winning back then, and give us a game and win. Yeah, that's what you need. We don't want some slappy, just another guy. You know what I'm saying? Well, Jesse, that was you, though.
That was my entire existence.
Just another guy, Jag.
It's been a Jag.
Just another guy.
It's been a Jag.
I'm sorry, Jesse.
No, it's all right. It's okay.
How are you, Kurt?
I'm good, man. Good.
Yeah?
Yeah. You're kind of enticing me there with your little dessert.
Well,
What is that?
I've got it's yogurt, but it's like ice cream yogurt. They have the yogurt machine over in the and I don't really eat it a lot, but I saw Chris munching down on it when I walked in. I was like, go get me some of that. So it was worth the trip. It's really good. So
What is it? Ice cream yogurt? What is
vanilla? It's vanilla yogurt, but it's like that frozen yogurt.
Okay.
It tastes like soft serve ice cream. It's actually really good.
What do they call it? Froye?
Froyo.
Froyo.
Frozen yogurt.
Yeah,
Froyo.
Froye.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So, all right. Well, let's talk about some football. Where you want to start, Kurt? Tampa Bay's in town. I don't know what y'all talked about yesterday, so I don't want to.
None of what's on the list.
Thanks for watching the show. We appreciate you.
I was busy yesterday. I couldn't get to the show. I tried.
Okay, you can either go with Todd Bowles is still running the defense, but now his head
today
coach.
is Cowboys offense, Tampa Bay's defense.
Well,
stick to the plan. Stick to what we do.
Okay, is that the only thing we're going to talk about?
That was on the list. But
That was on the list, but it wasn't high on the list.
Well, we open up the show. Don't skip over the top part of the list. We start out with Cowboys offense, Tampa Bay's defense, and then we move down the list.
All right.
Cowboy, that wasn't on a number.
Christ.
So I'm
that's
used
just
to the
a
number.
header. All the stuff
Yeah,
under it kind of
a
falls.
header.
Oh,
What's
my
a header?
God.
What's a header?
Really? We're starting the
don't
show
know.
like this?
I'm just
Nate played guard. You
Steered
gotta
right
be
into the
aware.
gutter.
Oh, my God.
Okay, possible ideas. Welcome
They
any
were all
ideas. Cowboys
part of
offense
the
versus Bucs
Cowboys
defense. Okay, I'm
offense.
sorry.
They're all part of that
Okay,
in
all
my
right.
mind.
Now I know why you got the faux yo on. So you can have some
Is
donuts.
there rum in that thing or
Just let
anything?
them. No, there might be by the end of the show.
Okay.
How
You cut your
concerned?
beard down, too.
And my hair. Thanks for noticing.
Yeah.
I noticed when I
Complete
first saw
makeover.
him because his ears showed up.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I got my headphones on now. My ears don't poke out as much as they normally do.
Are y'all aspiring to have Peter's beard?
He got a solid beard.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
man.
Oh,
That's
Jason
solid.
Peter.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jason
no,
Peters,
it's impeccable.
sweet man.
Impeccable.
Wow.
Only person I've ever probably seen a beard better than his is DJ SC. Y'all know DJ SC?
Nah, show
Brandon?
us a picture.
Yeah,
Sexual
you
chocolate?
should know because he was on Camping Out
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah. And he's the DJ
Nate?
out on the stage.
Oh.
DJSC, Sexual
DJSC.
Chocolate.
Sexual chocolate.
Yeah.
If you'd have said that, I'm like, yeah, he got a nice
The
one.
official DJ of the Dallas Cowboys
Boy, yeah,
spins out on the
sexual
plaza
chocolate.
on game day. He's got
Yeah.
a solid beard.
You got a solid
I'll show
beard.
you. I'll show you, but his is nice. So, well, how did
Anybody
we
with
get-
sexual chocolate should have a solid beard, I would think.
You're right.
Sexual chocolate.
Okay, how I'm deviating from the list already. How concerned are y'all about the offensive line?
Hey, we talked about that yesterday.
Okay, then we'll go back to the list. McCarthy said today that Zeke and Pollard will be a tandem. Both are number ones. What does that mean? Will we finally see more Pollard?
Let's not spend another 40 minutes talking about the offensive line. You and I argued about this yesterday.
Speaking on the microphone, Jesse, don't act like this is your first time.
I can't believe you. You turn out to be ruder and ruder every week.
I need to apologize to you yesterday because I did say that you
Did y'all get into it?
Yeah, I told you.
No, that was a good one. I liked that. I like that.
I was like,
I love that one.
I was like,
no, you didn't. That was a good one.
What'd you say to Uncle Nate?
You told me I was stuck out the side of my neck.
I told him he talking out of both sides of his mouth.
Yeah.
But I let into saying
he does have a tendency to do that.
I was like, I mean this in the most respectful way possible.
Which usually means you're about to disrespect someone.
I totally did. I was like,
but he didn't disrespect me though. I mean, it was good. It was good because his lack of knowledge did not mean that the fans didn't have the knowledge. Okay, go ahead on. Now, what was your question?
It doesn't matter.
Did he just backhanded me right there? With that backhanded?
What was you? Zeke and Pollard.
Yeah, McCarthy said today that they asked him what the running back situation was, and he said it's a tandem. We basically have two number one running backs. They can both play all three downs.
No, we have only one running back that can play all three downs. I still ain't saw in training camp where my man Pollard willingly hit somebody in the mouth on third down when he had to stay in.
He's saying we're going to see more Pollard. Pollard's going to be a bigger part of this deal.
If you do it,
so?
I love Pollard. We all do. But when I see you step up in that line and meet Shaq, Shaquille or Barrett, I know you arrived.
I'm gonna steal a quote from Dan Quinn. He said this yesterday. Dan Quinn said, "I'm much better at seeing than I am hearing."
Yeah, it is.
That's what Dan Quinn said. Dan Quinn said, "I'm much better at seeing than I am hearing." So, if they're a tandem and they both can play three downs and they both can go out there and do what you say you're gonna do, then I'll wait to Sunday Night Football and I'll wait to see on the field if Tony Pollard is actually going to be out there in a significant role, giving an opportunity to be the playmaker. But I still stand firm. When you hear the owner, general manager, Mr. All Everything, Jerry Jones, come out and on multiple media fronts, whether it's national or local media fronts, and he's been saying this for weeks.
Say it again, Jess.
We are going to run the football, and we go as Zeke go. So Mike McCarthy can stand at the podium and tell me that they're a tandem, and he can tell me that they're one and the same. But Jerry Jones keeps telling us over and over and over and over again that this will be a running football team and that we go as Zeke goes.
What year is Pollard in? Four. And if that's the case, why haven't we seen that yet? Like, very rarely do you see a guy after year three, change his spots, right? Usually if you're a feature back, you're a feature back by year three, right?
That's right.
Because the Cowboys were hoodwinked 3-4 years ago whenever Zeke got that deal done. Mm-hmm. And they put him in a situation that no matter what you do, you're either going to have to play him or pay him an extremely amount of money for a guy that you're not trying to put on the bench. And they're in that. This is kind of that final year of the deal where he has all the guaranteed money. Yeah. $16 million for a running back. Since Zeke has gotten his deal done, no other running back. This includes Dalvin Cook. This includes Nick Chubb. This includes Derrick Henry. This includes Christian McCaffrey. Yeah. Some of the premier backs around the league. No one has gotten a deal like Zeke Elliott has gotten since he got his deal. So that tells you that the Cowboys, we've seen deals like the Amari Cooper deal, and they'll go, well, that was expensive. And then 3 months later, we'll go, well, actually, that was a bargain. We saw the Dak Prescott deal. We was like, whoa, $40 million, that's pretty expensive. Then you go, wait, they're giving out 48, 46, 47, 48, $50 million. Right. That deal now has become a bargain. The Zeke Elliott deal has not become a bargain.
No.
After all the years since he signed, it's still a deal that still has him being the highest paid per year running back in the league. And I don't know if you consider him a top 5 running back in the league at that cost. So we've seen other deals get made, and at the time we thought, whew, this was a lot of money. Shortly after, only to be looked back at it and said, that deal is actually a bargain. Zeke's the only deal that has not looked like that. And so to say that you have two running backs and they both can do the same thing, maybe. Maybe Tony Pollard is. Maybe he is. You know what? Maybe he is an every down back. 3 down back can do it all, everything like
You'll
that.
never know why
but
he's here, right?
You'll never know why he's here when you're paying a guy $16 million. He's gonna get Zeke's gonna get the first opportunity, the second opportunity, the third opportunity. Yeah. If you go for it on the fourth opportunity, he gonna get that one too. And then we'll sprinkle a little bit of Tony Pollard in here and there. But for the most part, for $16 million, we're gonna ride this thing till the cows come home.
Can they use it? I mean, did you guys see it at training camp? Can they use Pollard in the passing game at all?
Oh yeah.
Because they keep talking about they're going to use him more. And if anything, we're seeing like Turpin's now the return guy. Pollard's not going to do returns anymore. And we're talking about Zeke's going to be our main offense. I mean, where are we going to see Pollard more?
We're going to see him in the same position as the guy they're going to sprinkle in. He can start games, be in the middle of games, and he can finish games. It's just depending on where you're at in the game, you know. But like Jesse said, when at the most important times, which is third down, and you need this linebacker blocked, you can't guess what the effort going to be. You know what I'm saying? You need this guy to step up in the line and take an defensive lineman that was missed or whiffed by an offensive lineman. Zeke will step up and at least get everybody, oh, you saw he killed Zeke. Well, most running backs ain't going to run up there to say, oh, look how you killed him. To even give Dak a chance. That is big. And that is big.
Ask Tony Romo how big that is.
Yeah, it cost him,
What was his name? Gronkowski was in there.
Yeah.
Broke his collarbone.
Yeah, because I got him. But you know what? I'm with you, Jesse. We'll see. We will see.
And the question that I keep having, and someone asked me this question today on Twitter. I'm sorry, I forget who you are, but this is your question that you asked me today on Twitter. And you said, which one of the coordinators would have to have the bigger game calling? Which coordinator would have to have the biggest game calling offense and defense? And I said, it's Kellen. It's Kellen to me. One, because Dan Quinn will have all of his bullets. He is not short any of them. Right? And one of his bullets arguably might be, in Micah Parsons, one of the best players in the National Football League at any position. So that always helps you when you're trying to call and you have depth up front, right? And you have a veteran next to Micah Parsons and you have some guys in the back end. But for Kellen, the constant thing that we've talked about with him is the scheme, the creativity, the adaptation to when you're in a football game. Can you change the colors of your stripes depending upon how the game is being served to you? And now you're saying, well, we're going to take and add Tony Pollard to the mix. Oh, and we're going to just not only have Turpin returning punts and kicks, but we're going to add him to the mix. All the while trying to what Jerry says, run the football and get the ball to the receivers on the outside. So that takes a level of creativity and imagination and building this offense to do things that we have not seen it do since Kellen Moore has been the guy calling the shots.
In your wasted plays, and I call them wasted plays, is it can't be jet sweeps. It's got to be something vertical that's helping set up something later on. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If I'm going to waste a play, it ain't going to be no jets. That's one of my things. Okay, the Cowboys can run 4 jet sweeps a game. It don't never net us nothing.
What would you consider a wasted play then? I mean,
the jet sweep.
Yeah. So.
You know, what I would do is I would find a way to get Turpin that ball if he just run 10 yards off and just turn around and hook up and get him the ball like that, because these people know his speed. Now, I'm not going to say, because in this league, you can run a 4-0 and people will still walk up on you because they'll tell you can't get past my jam. Mm-hmm. You know, I got a safety over the top, but I'm gonna make you prove that. If I'm gonna waste a play on Turpin, who's an unknown commodity, no more than what his return job is, and I seen what he done in the USFL, but that ain't the NFL. So you're gonna have to prove it. But if I'm gonna waste some plays on Turpin, it's going to be down the field. It's got to be down the field. Because if you do connect down the field, it's going to be nice.
All right.
It's going to be nice.
All right, let's take our
Taking a break over there, are you?
Yeah, I hit the cough button to finish my ice cream, and I got confused and left it on. My bad. Let's take our first break. When we come back, we'll talk more Cowboys offense, Bucs defense. Thank you, Wingstop, for sponsoring us, letting us have fun on the air. We will be right back on The People Show. Hanging with the boys.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way. Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
Attention Cowboys fans looking for the best shave of your life. There's a new official razor of the Dallas Cowboys, Shave Logic. Imagine not having to buy blades as often and getting more smooth shaves than your old razor, guaranteed or your money back. After more than 10 years of research and over 150 company patents, ShaveLogic is proud to offer Cowboys fans a special offer. For a limited time, visit ShaveLogic.com and get a free $10 gift card with your purchase. Go to ShaveLogic.com now for more smooth shaves guaranteed.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Dallas Cowboys single game tickets are on sale now. Limited tickets for the 2022 season at AT&T Stadium are available on DallasCowboys.com/tickets. Act fast to get yours today. And this second segment is brought to you by blockchain.com. All right. Let's get back into it. I feel like we talk about this the last 3 years, but I think it's really important. And Kurt thinks it's really important because it's in his show notes today.
Okay. All right.
How important, Nate, is it for this Cowboys team to get off to a quick start? I feel like we talk about this every year when they
in the season or in the game.
I think both. I think to me, I think you gotta get CD involved right off the bat. I think you gotta establish Zeke early. I think offensive, I think this is gonna be. I think the defense is gonna be just as good, if not better, than it was last year. So I think you're good there. Offensive line, I got some worries. Special teams, kicker. Hey, Maher was more consistent last year than he was when he was here. We'll see where that plays out. But I mean, I think you got to come out. I think you got to come out and score at least 3 points in your first 2 possessions. I think you got to get on the board. Like, what do you think, Nate?
It's always great to start fast. But
that's what she said.
Yeah, you know. But I'm gonna tell you something, Shannon.
Boy,
I'm gonna tell you something.
That escalated quickly.
And Jesse, this is what the Cowboys have to do. Whether the Bucs are going to be good at the end of the year or not, we don't know. Whether Cincinnati going to be good at the end of the year, we don't know. But we have to start beating playoff teams.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We do not beat playoff teams. We fall short. Every time the nation, the world say, this is a big game, we have lost. We have to start winning and beating playoff caliber quarterbacks we don't beat them, friends. And that is my big deal. That's when I hear people say we're going to be 11 in this and 10 in that. Well, yeah, I guess we already marked off all the winning quarterbacks. No, don't worry about that, Shannon. It done fell them about 8 times. Thank you, brother. That's my issue. Beat these teams with great quarterbacks, and I'll feel good because that even if you stumble during the year, you'll have those wins up under your belt, and you'll know in your heart that you can win.
You got it in you.
Because I listened to some guys yesterday on our flagship station was talking to some of the guys about the 49ers game last year, and one player said, we didn't even realize that they were that good.
Nice.
As a player, what do you think, Jesse? As a player, you looked at another player. That was total disrespect, man. That's like asking me, hey, man, what we going to accept for this kid? 3 sacks and 4 holdings, and we going to accept that? This is National Football League, fellas. You don't accept less than your best. You don't never accept that. If you do, you are a loser. That Jesse can call himself a Jag. Jesse played 4 or 5 years in the league. He is not just another guy. Just another guy was sitting at home. You're not just another guy. Not in this league. And man, we didn't even realize they were that good. I want to call the flagship station, man. Y'all exposed. I'm not gonna call the dude name because that don't sound right. Not coming from a player.
Not coming from a leader of your team.
Dang.
I'm just saying. So yes, we have to start fast, start fast, finish strong, beat a quarterback that has a chance to take his team to the playoffs. Yeah. Yes, we do.
One of my worries about not only this game but this season is that it could snowball one way or the other. I mean, if they come out stumbling and fumbling and can't find their rhythm on an offense, it could go downhill quick as they start to scramble and figure out what's going on. And almost the same way, I mean, if they come out and start 0-2 and they go up to the Giants and don't take care of it, struggle up there, then, man, then the rumors start to swirl about McCarthy, more pressure on the Prescott. It could go downhill in a hurry. That's my worry. On the other hand, if they come out, like you said, march down the field, put up some points, show what they can do, show that offensive line's going to hold up, get you a good win against a good team, then it could go, who knows where it could go.
Last year, this time, and I'm going before you again, Jess. Last year, this time, Jesse said something and got railed for it. Aren't we tired of almost? Remember, we had him alive last year when you said that. Man, God, almost. Here we go again, almost. I don't want to hear it no more, man. I mean, this is now I'm saying it now. We need to win this game, man, at all costs. And I don't know if the Bucs are going to be good. They got offensive line problems too. They got Godwin, the receiver, not back.
Yeah, he may not play.
Yeah, so I'm like, I know Mike Evans is a beast, and they got Julio. I understand all that, but fellas, we need to win this game.
Jess, you've been really quiet today. You all right?
I cut him off 3 times.
No. You started the segment and you said Nate.
But yeah, that doesn't matter. That's never mattered before. Why does it matter today? You got your now that you hosted a couple of times.
I'm
you
trying
good?
to be respectful.
Well, since when?
I want to know what you're going to say,
Since
bro.
when?
What are you going to say, man? Do we need to start fast, get CeeDee Lamb going, find our rhythm with our offensive line? The great questions they've asked. Go ahead on, Jess.
It is extremely imperative for this team to start fast. And not just start fast and sputter out, but start fast and maintain that level of play. Because
they got medicine for that type of stuff.
You're just trying to get this in the ditch.
There are so many questions on this offense side of the ball.
So many.
In literally every department. Like, we talk about Dak being QB1 and where you want to place him. The verdict is still out on Dak in the sense of, Can you take this team to the next level? That question has not been answered. And we give him the praise due to a quarterback, to a QB1. But the question still stands. Are you good enough to take this team to a place that we see other quarterbacks in the National Football League take their team? The offensive line, Tyler Smith at the tackle. Is he a guard? How's he going to play? All that kind of stuff. And we said this yesterday on the show, but I went home and even thought about it even more. Like, this is the type of stuff where everybody has siblings. You're the only child, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so everybody else has siblings. You know, you don't understand this because you don't have any siblings. But there was always a moment in time where something would happen, and maybe you and all of your siblings were involved. But the oldest one sometimes got the bulk of the whooping.
That's right.
And you kind of just, Tyler Biadasz is just sitting around saying, I ain't really that good. But y'all ain't focused on me right now.
Right.
Y'all so worried about Tyler Smith. I'm just going to sit back here and not say a word and just hopefully I'm not the one that's giving up.
That Vita Vea don't want to play.
Right. Hopefully they look over there and they say, hey, let's attack Tyler Smith and Connor McGovern and leave me alone. Because then that way I don't kind of got to get mixed up in this whole offensive line thing, because his name has kind of been out of the conversation. We've kind of put him and Zach Martin, really, we talked about Terrence Steele, we talked about Tyler Smith and McGovern and all that kind of the left side of it. Tyler Biadasz kind of been like, hey, man,
Well, you're going to find out Sunday night.
Nobody's saying anything about me. I'm cool. And most offensive linemen want it that way, right? You don't want to talk about offensive linemen. But in order for this team to be successful, and I know that we're changing the guards, but it's going to have to come down to an offensive play.
That's right.
It's going to have to come down to that. And when you look at this team offensively, if you just break it down into two segments, right? The beginning of the year last year, when we played Tampa Bay, about the first 6 to 8 games, Dak was an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
This was the number one offense in the league. In fact, the team actually finished last year the number one offense in the league.
First in yards and scoring.
Yards and scoring. Now, it was only like 19 yards above who? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Of being, it was like, like 19 yards more and maybe like a half a point more in scoring or a point and a half more in scoring. And then you had the second half of the year where things kind of got derailed after Zeke got hurt and then Dak had the calf injury.
Yeah.
You lost a lot in the offseason. Tyron is gone. Lyle is gone. Amari is gone. So a lot of what gave you that last year for those first 6 to 8 games is missing. This is a very unique opportunity for some other guys to step up and to be key cogs and key playmakers in this offense. And can they get back to that number one offense they had in the last year in the league? I think there's some remnant still of that. I think Dak Prescott can still do some of those things. But they're going to have to show it. They're going to have to come out early in this football game and show that all those losses that we had in the offseason doesn't really matter, because that I can overcome that. All of the things that you said we were second half of the year with my calf and me mentally, done. I can overcome that. And I can get this team back in a position to win football games that you need to win. A win against Tampa Bay is a win not only for you in the win column, but it's also a win for you in the confidence column. I think that can carry you into, at least early in the year, eliminating some of those doubts that even you may have. I know athletes are confident. I'm a confident dude. Nate's a confident dude. Hell, you're a confident dude, Shannon, when you want to be. Kurt, you're a confident dude.
Kind of underhanded shot like that.
There's a lot of confident dudes out there in that football field practicing right now. A ton of them. There's some doubt. They have some question. They may say one thing in the media, but they have some questions as well. Probably everybody except Micah. He's probably the only one that's not questioning anything. Micah's probably saying, I'll take on the whole team by myself and still win. But there are some guys out there who have some questions about themselves that need to be answered on the football. It can only be answered, Shannon, Kurt, Nate, can only be answered on the football field. So we'll see.
I guess I shouldn't have asked Jesse what was wrong with him. The second segment sponsored by Jesse Holly's segment sponsored by blockchain.com. We'll come back for the third segment here in a minute, and maybe some of us will get to talk about the Bucs defense. Maybe not. Who knows? On Hanging with the Boys.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a broken traffic light. Stop and go is the name of my game. It's easy. You go, they go. Or was it they go, you go? And if you have the wrong car insurance, these repair costs could stop you in your tracks. So get Allstate's new low auto rate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Not available in every state based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, Cowboys fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience AT&T Stadium's exclusive VIP Owners Club. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic Angel Food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King, rule the day.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, sponsored by Wingstop, where flavor and their Twitter account gets its wings. Bringing the flavor today. We'll share a moment of insight from their Twitter account later on in the show. Maybe towards the end of this segment. We got quite a bit of entertainment from their Twitter account during the break. So
good.
It's great. Depending on your point of view, I guess. Stuff nightmares are made of for me. But all right, let's talk a little Bucs defense since we spent so much time on Cowboys offense. Nate? Is their offensive line, is that their strength? Vita Vea up front?
Their defensive line, yes, sir.
Defensive line.
Yeah,
and then Barrett off the edge. Is that the strong point of their defense?
And it all starts with Vita.
Notice I didn't go to Jesse first.
It all
might have got me in and out early. It's when you come to me last, I've had a chance to process think things, hear things, and now I'm just like diarrhea at the mouth.
Oh, damn.
He is everything. His stats this is a guy you have to watch the game to understand how important he is. You know, a lot of people don't understand. He will have 2 or 3 guys on him in run blocking responsibilities. He got such a tremendous bull rush that he can put on you at certain times in the game. He will buckle you. And so that is my thing. We're going to do a show tomorrow, TV show, and that is my thing. That I picked him against Biotish because if he has a great game over. Because once he gets totally involved and sucking up blocks, run and pass, now you can't turn your protection to help Tyler if he may need it. You can't turn to steal if he may need it because he's going to demand that you cover him. So look for him to come out and try to get off early and off. He ain't have but 4.5 sacks, you know. But the pressure, go look. He will uneven your line. You always want your line to be waved and be even. You don't want no lanes because linebackers are dart up in them lanes. You want to keep it even. So your back can read, and when he see that soft spot on the other side of the line of scrimmage, he can go up in there and gain some yardage. But if that thing is uneven, now your linebackers, Devon White and all of these guys, and they'll get up in there. Yeah. David Levante, these guys will get up in them gaps. And that's why they love this guy. That's why they gave him $73 million during the offseason. A run extraordinary. And that's what I tell guys. You can get your money early as a run-stopping guy, but you gotta eat up bodies, and that's what our guys haven't done. Yeah. It all starts with this kid. His number is number 50. He think he's a linebacker. He think he's coming downhill.
And to Nate's point, one of the things when you can call it uneven, you can call it recreating a line of scrimmage.
Yes.
When you create those gaps, because sometimes, even if Nate, stand up. If Nate and I are offensive linemen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we can be blocking two other separate dudes, but because of our close proximity, there still creates this level of a body can't go through there. And if a body tries to come through there, even if we're not blocking him, it has to run into us.
That's right.
But when you create these gaps, I'm back
you got a
here,
lane to
and
slash
he's back
through.
here, we're not able to sustain these blocks, and guys are now shooting gaps, or guys are now coming off these gaps. Coming downhill.
Yes.
So staying on that level with your offensive line,
especially if you have a double team block. Say we coming to you, and he's got a down lineman over him. This is a down lineman, and we own this guy. You go this way, I got you. You go that way. But if he split us, that's the same thing as opening up a gap. Because now you can go either way, and this guy here gonna make a play.
Yeah.
And so that's the kind of disruption that a guy like Vita Vea causes. And then secondly, the disruption that he causes is pocket pressure.
Yes.
I'm
serious, man.
When he's able to take that center and just literally walk him into the lap of the quarterback, it throws off everything. You hear the term of quarterbacks keeping their eyes downfield, because I have to be able to feel everything around me, but keep my eyes down the field as things are opening up and developing, because when it happens, I have to be ready to pull the trigger right now. But if I have that center in my lap, now what happens, it's nothing you can do about it. If a guy's being pushed into me, what does my eyes do? My eyes drop. So now I lose what's happening down the field. And now, even if I do see it, I can't step up into the throw and deliver a strike down the field. The ball sails, the ball's behind, the ball's low. And now you're talking about plays. This is the part when Nate says you can't quantify a guy like Vita Vea's stats. There's no numbers for when he gets pressure and pushes the center or guard back into the lap of a quarterback and that ball is thrown high, or that ball is thrown behind, or it's off target, or it's off key. There's no stats for that. And that's the kind of stuff that Vita Vea can create from the middle of that pocket. And when you go back and you watch last year's game, they line him up all down the line. He's in the A gap. He's in the B. I mean, he's a 0. He's a 1. He's a 3. He's a wide 9. I mean, they line him up everywhere. They do stunts with him because he has, one, the athleticism, and then you couple that with the power. What makes a guy like Aaron Donald so just unblockable is he's 285, 90 pounds. He's cat quick, and he's as strong as a bull. So now, even in those, we talk about the tight spaces, right, for the guards and centers. They're not moving much like a tackle would have to do. But now my space is short, so if I get beat, it's a quick beat.
Yes.
So if he gets by me, he's by me. There's no room for recovering unless I do what? Hold him.
Mm-hmm.
So for a guy like Vita Vea is, if I can be quick, because you're thinking about setting for strength, and now you set, and you kind of lean in one way or another, and then now he goes, boom, and he's by you. Or you're trying to play the strength, and he goes, ha-ha.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of pressure that he creates. And the final thing is with Vita Vea is there's always going to be two guys. There's always going to be two guys that are designated to kind of help blocking him. So now when you look at guys like Devin White and Levante Davis and Shaq Barrett. Well, there's two guys designated to one guy. That gives us a number advantage when I go to blitz my linebackers. They are now able to be more free-flowing because I have to commit another guy to at least for a moment, getting him on that center block from the guard's perspective, getting him on there, holding him, and then trying to move to the next level. These guys are too fast on that second level, and it showed a ton last year in their stats because if you look at it, this team defensively, they were top 20 defense. They were ranked. Oh, yeah. They were ranked 7th in opponents. They were ranked 15th in opponents' yards. They were ranked 6th in opponents' play. They were ranked, 9th, 10th, 8th, 6th. I mean, all their stats lead to them saying this is a pretty good defense, and a lot of it starts because of what Vita Vea is able to do.
I
think they're in that defense.
Plus 10 in turnovers, right?
Yeah, plus 10. I think their defensive line is like a top 5, I think, by some metrics. And I was just looking at last year's game. Vita, just kind of example of your point, he played 64% of the snaps. He didn't have a single tackle, but the Cowboys only rushed for 55 yards, 60 yards. So apparently he's taking up space and letting those other guys get free to. That's going to be a tough ask to.
47 sacks, man.
That's the thing that Nate has always called for. Give me a bit greasy. Yeah. Give me somebody that I don't need him to make a lot of tackles, but I need him to command a double team so that my other guys like Micah, Leighton Vander Esch, and now Barr and Jabril Cox when he gets going, so that all these other guys who are athletic, they just free flowing and they're not dealing with the fat boys.
I'm gonna tell you what's amazing, and that is what we was talking about coming into this preseason, into the regular season. I'm like, I see these guys going, shooting gaps. The difference is, when Vita Vea shoots a gap, he takes someone with him. He makes the center or the guard try to turn. He makes them turn and go with him. Our guys shoot the gap and don't make the play. This guy shoot the gap. He gonna make the play. The way you get him, if you want to get him, get right outside them tackles. Get like you say, open the ball, red ball they call it. Red ball him in that first quarter. I mean, get after him if you can. Make everything quick. Make him have to run. Because if you have to run, because he likes to play hard and fast, and he'll give out. But if you say I'm gonna run up the middle, you coming home.
You can't go at his strength.
Yeah,
you can't go at him.
I right outside them tackles.
We don't have the strength to match their strength.
Yeah.
So our best mode of operation is, hey, here's their strength. Let's go opposite of that. Let's misdirection it. Let's let them think we're going one way. Sometimes, wham block him. Let him think he's free. And all of a sudden, bow, hit him in the side of his head. And now we come behind that block.
Ferguson.
So, I mean, those are ways that you have to be able to use. But defensively, and now their head coach, Todd Bowles, who is a defensive coach, when you look at how this team is built, they're pretty good on all levels. Antoine Whitfield Jr. at the safety position, Carlton Davis and Jamal Dean, the cornerback. These are all solid players, and we all know what Devin White and Levante Davis is going to be in the middle. So they're pretty stout on all levels, and this is why it's going to be so imperative for Kellen, for Mike McCarthy, to put together a game plan that's going to be able to keep Dak clean so that he can make clean throws. Because if you make throws that are off time or high or behind, these guys are playmakers.
Well, fellas, we've come to the end of the show.
We have an announcement, right? Yes? No? Maybe so? No?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was hoping maybe.
No, we got an announcement to make. We got a tweet to share, too. Apparently, Wingstop earlier today heard about this announcement, and they're not real happy about it. Chris, I think you have
not much sure.
It's up.
You can put the tweet up there. That Wingstop heard that I am stepping away from the microphone. This will be my last show on Hanging with the Boys. Wow. In the words of the great Nate Newton, wow. Mm-hmm. It's not goodbye, fellas. It's see you later. So you guys are in great hands with Jesse Holly, the host. Who knows? Who knows how that's going to play out?
We'll see.
I will say,
Derek, I'm ready for this position.
I will say,
We'll see what happens.
It has been a hell of a ride.
You'll be missed, man.
We started this thing years ago, and it's developed, and we added Nate, we added Jesse. Like it's been a great ride. We got so many great fans that yell at us everywhere we go, come up to us. You know, we have, I would say, we probably have the most boisterous, supportive fan base of all the shows. We might not have most listeners yet. We're getting close. But the fans have been great. Y'all have been awesome whenever I see y'all out in public. You guys have been great. I'm going to miss being on the show with you, but I'm just upstairs.
You need
so
to pop on.
Anytime you want me, I'll pop down and jump on the show with you.
Can we still call your moms?
Yeah, I would encourage that. On Fridays, if y'all want to do that. Mom's picks. Mom was, 65, 70% there 2 years ago when we did it. So, yeah. So I am stepping away, but y'all are in good hands. Y'all keep trucking.
I don't even want to hear that.
It's disappointing. We're sorry to see you step away, but like you said, hopefully
I ain't
you're
listening
nearby.
to
You'll
it,
pop
man.
on.
Be here tomorrow. That's all I got to say. For real. I ain't listening to it.
Nate's going to leave if you leave.
Come on, man. Then last night they putting on stuff on on our Twitter lines and
it's called a group. It's called a group chat.
I mean, they just killing us, man.
We're not
Derek
nothing.
calling me, man.
Yeah, you got a call from the boss. You might want to take that. Does he know you're on the show? Tell him he's live.
Pick it up right now.
What you want, Derek?
Tell him you're on the show.
What you want, man?
Hang on, Nate.
You bringing me money?
This is how Nate talked to his boss.
Nate, tell him you're on the show.
Yeah, I'm doing the Wednesday night show, but Shannon.
Tell him you're on the air right now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm doing the Wednesday show. Thank you.
This was a very emotional moment for me, and you're ruining it.
Because you
Derek is.
Shannon, Derek.
He's got to be watching
listeners,
it. All right,
everybody's sending a thing to Derek, the bad
all right,
boss.
So now the cat's out of the bag. The reason why I'm leaving is because we were getting too close to Derek's show, so he pulled me off the show.
Just joking, y'all. We on the air. Yeah, we on the air.
Well, Kurt.
Yes, sir.
Good seeing you, man. Jesse.
I'm coming to give you a hug.
Jesse.
Yeah, man.
Bring it on in. Bring it on in. All hugs accepted.
Yeah,
I still want to be invited to family dinner.
For Shannon, man.
I miss you guys.
I
Chris,
don't know who's taller, him or his baby.
keep them on the air, Chris. Willie, keep them live streaming. I will be back at some point. I'll be around. Just invite me. I'll come on the show. But I love you guys. Miss you. Miss all the fans.
Yeah, Derek,
Thanks
we
for
got
listening
you.
to us. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, most of us will see you tomorrow. Probably, 75% of us will see you tomorrow?
Wow.
On Hangin' with the Boys.
This ain't fair.
Later.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?